meeting point tomorrow. This is important. And
in the first part of the video, we can see the first dinner of Lilac Group in Prague. Mr. Barta is presenting Prague Lilac program to the guests, giving them a map of the city. This is a very important part of the meeting. Mr. Barta explains the different parts of the mobility in order to make the partners understand what was going on.
right. Which number? It's new for you. This is your.
After the dinner, we had a marvelous walking tour through Ranchanska, the ancient Prague castle built by the Czech kings, from where we saw a beautiful landscape of night Prague. The following day, the Czech partners organized the visit to the Professional Technical School for Mechanics, working to repair buses and trams. Students showed us the laboratory to repair electronic devices, the graffiti painted in the school, the math class, the Czech class.
And you have lunch together, people step up. We spend some time. We will see how it goes. We will arrange later in the afternoon. I will show you the place where we have a good
questions during. So if you have any questions during our or my presentation, just ask. I want to interrupt me and ask. If I know the answer, I will answer you. Business studies usually public transport company to do some work, and they are learning, and of course they get some salary for it. They got a little salary, and okay, so again, experience. Usually it's divided 1 week here in theoretical study in the school, and 1 week.
After the magnificent presentation of the school activities by a student, he made us understand the Czech professional system on the alternative between school and job during cycle of studies. Mr. Barta began a session about motivation and teacher-student relationship. Different school groups were formed. The problem of motivation and of students leaving the school in early age is more and more important in European Union. The Czech students gave their opinion about the relationships, saying, with the teachers and how the school could improve them. Every group was international, so everyone could improve his language skills. This session was very important for teachers to understand the different European school systems. The Czech one has been developing from the Soviet one, but it has been changing after the '89 revolution, the Velvet one. In the afternoon, it was organized an activity of photo hunting through the city center. Every national group had to find and take a photo. The Philharmonie, Moldava River and Charles Bridge. Built in the 13th century with astonishing statues.
The new Renaissance building on the bank of the Vltava is associated with music and art.
This is the Castle of Prague, and it is said to be the biggest castle in the world, with about
Our tour ended in the old city square with its clock tower and beautiful churches.
Structure was founded in 385. Aoi
This is the astronomical clock
We
of Prague.
visited too the old synagogue school of Prague, since the Jews have been living there for centuries.
is over 49 meters and with this
Hello everybody, my name is Bruna and I'm very curious cow. I like critical thinking and old buildings, and I found one of the...
Work here works, still works. We don't really
Commission in all 25 member states of EU. The key tasks and priorities are cooperation with media, EC representation in the Czech Republic, interacts with the national and regional media, informs about EC activities, explains the policies and provides general information about EU affairs. Political networking, EC representation, monitors and provides intelligence to the Commission on political, economic and social developments in Czech Republic, thus providing the Commission with feedback and stimulating and informing debate on European affairs. Wenceslas Square, Václavské náměstí, is one of the two main squares in Prague, so popular place for visitors to
Milano è
stay.
una delle piazze principali di Praga, è stata una ristrutturazione fatta alla fine dell'Ottocento per ampliare
In this square not just for 5 minutes. Ever since, it has been a parade ground for all kinds of organizations. In the afternoon, the meeting was about the possible survey analysis to understand why students leave the schools. The problem is general all around Europe, but in Italy the problem is one of the worst in Europe, especially in the south part of the country. Most important was the presentation of the two abstracts. They were autobiography texts about the lives in the two countries. They began writing about their lives in the homeland. In order to continue with this experience, we have produced a text from language to European citizenship. The Czech students produce a text about Prague and Prague nightlife.
con i nostri studenti, introdursi nella cultura della Mitteleuropa, non farà altro che rafforzare la nostra cittadinanza europea. Portare con noi due studentesse, una moldava e un'egiziana, per noi insegnanti significa facilitare i loro processi educativi. Il LILAC si inserisce pienamente nelle nostre attività giornaliere di docenti. Come non legare la rivoluzione di velluto dell'89 ai molti europei orientali?
The Dog Center is an excellent example of contemporary world-class architecture. It is an internationally recognized project involving the reconstruction of an old factory in a multifunctional space, and it is the work of the architect Ivan Kroupa. In 2008, DOCS is nominated for EU Prize for Contemporary Architecture. The prestigious Phaidon is among the best 1,000 architectural projects of the last 10 years. Over 3,000 meters squares of exhibition space are supplemented by cafe, bookshop and a design shop. The DOCS Center is a dynamic cultural platform and space for confronting different approaches and tendencies. Thanks to its independence of state institutions and programs with international scope, Center has become a fundamental and pioneering enterprise on the Czech cultural scene. In the afternoon, after lunch, we began the last general session to evaluate Prague mobility. Mr. Barta began the session. He gave them the... In this part of the video, Valentino Montanari is explaining the project and the material that are going to be produced, such as, for example, the videos, the pictures, and the book. We were playing games, dancing and jumping in order to relax ourselves, and we were reordering our programs. The process of evaluation is important in order to understand the development of a process. The evaluation is influenced by nationality and age.
L'ultimo giorno della mobilità di Praga, stiamo appunto a un'oretta per partire, volevamo fare qualche domanda alle nostre studentesse e a chi ha partecipato.
L'inglese ti è sembrato importante nel progetto?
Sì, l'inglese è una lingua molto importante che fa comunicare tutti gli altri.
The last morning, before leaving the hotel, there was a general interview organized by the Italian partner. The interviewer was Mr. Davide Azioli. Miss Pauline supports the idea that English plays an important role in the project and in the European society. Miss Heschi is thinking about the cultural advantages of this project. Mrs. Gaeta told us her opinion about the artistic aspects of the Prague mobility. The representatives of University of Bologna told us about the differences between the LILAC project and university ones. They think that this is a very interactive project and very interesting for university too. They both agree that they enjoy the atmosphere. When we were living in Prague, we understood the sense of the mobility that was full of experiences and emotions and very important facts for the didactics in our classes.